Have you seen the, I don't know what it's called, the horse girl thing that's kicking off right now? Have you seen that? It's gacha. It's literally horse racing, but replace the horses with pretty anime girls, and then you just train them up and they have races.
What?
I joke.
What are you talking about? Hello and welcome back to a brand new episode of everyone's favorite podcast, the Critical Arcade Podcast. I'm your co-host, Nick.
And I'm Dave.
Hello, Dave.
Nick, are you well?
Yes, I'm well. I've also been unable to stop playing Death Stranding 2. It's a problem.
Well, today's game is... No, it's not Death Stranding 2. It is a problem. A lot of people having that same problem.
Yes. It's different from the first game, but it's so satisfying building those roads and those monorails.
Aren't you getting bored of just the delivery side, like the Deliveroo or Uber
The delivery
Eats
side,
types?
yes,
Yeah.
slightly.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Yes, I am slightly.
I've started to just beeline the main story now because...
Same. But
anyway, Death Stranding's a great game.
But then I need to build a road.
Yeah, and you gotta help out the tower, and then you gotta find this thing, and then it's very easy to get distracted for like 3 hours, and then you realize you got half a star from this one guy, and he's like, yay. But anyway, it's still a good game, but I have found the grind a bit grindy.
I've found it difficult to play this week's game while having Death Stranding 2 just sit there looking at me.
It is a weird problem, right? Because, ladies and gents, we always get these games we love, like Death Stranding and like the Metal Gear Solid coming up and stuff like that. And then we have to play, of course, All Hail the List gives us a game out of nowhere. And you're like, Death Stranding,
yeah.
New game.
Come on. Why do I need to play this? I can play Elden Ring Night Rain.
That's what I mean, and it's often the list will with all its grace and intelligence will give us a game, and it's like, I'm not super into that type of genre because you're not going to be involved in every genre of gaming and be like, this is all the greatest. So it's like,
it's impossible.
I do like Death Stranding, like. So I know the pain and I know the difficulty of dropping one game to get a review in on.
It is very much a first world problem.
It really is. It is one. With all the things happening in the world right now, to be like, I gotta play the second game, but I like the first one. Woe is me, right?
Oh, woe is me feels perfect.
Yeah.
So, but we did not go against the list.
No, of course not.
We like the list. We will do what the list says. All hell the list.
Yeah, we're not stepping out against AI at the moment. Like all hell.
No, we'll never list. If you can hear us, we'll never do that. Don't kill us.
No, we know you are the almighty list, and whatever you say goes.
How about you tell us what did we play this week?
This week, I didn't know this was a 2023 game called Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. Which just sounds like ChatGPT just got some like tag words for Instagram and said, call this the name of your game because these are really trending right now. But it is.
Dave, stop before you said Bomb Rush Cyberpunk.
I always do that. It's funk, isn't it? I cannot see cyber anything or cyber unk and not call it punk.
Yeah, this is Astrobot and Astro Boy all over again.
Yes, it is. Sorry. It's Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. Of course. Adding that like 80s, 90s funk to the things in regards to this game. I was surprised it came out in 2023, though. I
was just about to say, you would not say that this game is 2 years old.
No,
it looks 20 years old.
It does, but stylistically it's kind of what they're going for. So
yes, exactly.
But I agree. I was shocked. I was thinking this would be like before the 2020s. This felt like that type of thing. And it was developed by a Dutch production company and publisher called Team Reptile. I always love seeing foreign games come into play to see what. The only other games they did was Lethal League, I think, which was like 2014. It was kind of a league-based I think like dodgeball-esque thing. I can't remember what the description was now.
Oh.
But it did quite well. It actually performed quite well. And one thing I was also intrigued, 2023, the studio is actually still going, even though they haven't really released anything in a few years. So they're probably working on something half decent, because it's always really sad when I go into the indie developers and like, okay, there's no Instagram posts, there's no website hasn't been updated in a while, and you think to yourself, no, not another one going down, right? It's always but they are still going. They're just, I guess they're keeping things under wraps. And
I think it's because of
coming out.
what's happening in the industry with all the video game companies like Microsoft and
of course.
Activision, Blizzard, and all of these companies just laying off people en masse.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's so sad. But I just would like more indie developers, more indie teams that's releasing games like Bomb Rush Cyberfunk to stay untouched.
Agreed. And like I said, and we all know, we've said it before, the indie scene is, most people agrees, is where the actual life of video games is at the moment.
Correct.
All the
That's where the soul of
shenanigans,
gaming's moved on to. 20 years ago, companies made games to make bucks, and they did. But now the bucks aren't with conventional video games anymore.
No.
It's with gacha.
I was going to say,
games,
have you seen
games.
I don't know what it's called, the horse girl thing that's kicking off right now? Have you seen that? It's gacha. It's literally horse racing, but replace the horses with pretty anime girls, and then you just train them up and they have races.
What?
I joke.
What are you talking about?
You have obviously. Again, he's a parent, ladies and gents. He's probably not on in the gaming sphere. I can't remember his name. It's got like
anime girl horse racing.
Yeah, it's massive, absolutely massive right now. And that sounds right.
Musume.
Yeah, and it's just gacha. You get your pretty horse girls, you train them, and then you do like a amateur league, intermediate league, and they just run.
What is this? They just run?
Well, they got the normal gacha thing. They have like Ultima like moves that kind of trigger sometimes and not other times, and it's kind of like that same energy of a horse race. Oh, number 3's coming up to number 2, number 5's coming. It's kind of got the energy to it, but that is literally it. It's just horse girls racing.
Wow.
And it's making so much money. It's absolutely absurd.
I don't want to keep looking at this.
Yeah, it is weird. Gacha games are kind of like really making some cash right now.
Not just gacha, but anime girl gacha games.
Well, yeah. Well, I am a big anime fan, so yeah. But the gacha part.
Anyway, our point was that's where the money's going. Conventional video games aren't delivering the big bucks executives and shareholders are looking for.
Exactly right.
Indie studios is what is providing that conventional video game fix.
Oh, definitely.
Which is why we've got the Indie 500.
No doubt. It's like I said, it's one of our favorite parts. Like sometimes the new game list is like, and then you see an indie developer, or it's a lot of the time it's a game we've seen, never got round to, and then the list, in all its good graces and knowledge, lets us play that game, and you kind of get excited, like, whoa, okay, that's cool. For example, this game is massively influenced by Jet Set Radio.
That's right.
A game released in like the 2000s for, would that be PlayStation 2?
PlayStation 2 and Xbox? GameCube.
Was it GameCube? And I remember, again, as a kid, I remember that coming out. I remember it being popular. Never
Did you play it?
No.
Oh.
It's one of those things. Back in I can only imagine you've played Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, whatnot, and all the other things. I was an SSX tricky type of guy. So any of my score, my arcadey type games like this was snowboarding. So I missed out on the skating and the, I guess, inline skating graffiti type genre of game. I was strictly SSX, SSX Tricky, SSX 3. Hell, I even played for those really older people, Cool Borders in the PlayStation 1 a really long time ago. So weirdly, I've always been into snowboarding games. So I actually missed the Jet Set Radio stuff. Did you play them?
While we're spilling the beans, the only game I ever kind of really played was the demo disc for Airblade.
Oh damn! That's
whoa.
That's a pedigree right there. That's
which is just
not many people can say that. Right?
It's just a hoverboard, and you smash through 3 windows, and then the disc says, "Thank you for playing."
Wow, that was a demo and a half.
That is
right
it.
there.
I played that demo for hours, and that's
I
the
used
most.
to do that. Demo discs from magazines, right?
Had.
Demo discs from magazines were one of my heydays of video games.
Same.
Yeah, no. So by all accounts, this released. Sorry, go on.
Excuse me. I did not play Tony Hawk's. I did not play SSX or Cool Borders.
Well, yeah, I think you weren't even born when I was playing Cool Borders.
No, but I missed this entire genre. Besides Airblade, I missed this entire genre. I don't have nostalgia for this type of game.
Well, it did all kind of die in the 2000s, like after the Pro Skate. I know Skate came out and a couple others, but I think they kind of flopped. Not, again, my scene, so maybe they did a lot better.
Yeah.
SSX games dropped off after 3, didn't do that great. So the whole like rail combo thing, I think as a genre, just kind of dropped off for a time. So it kind of makes sense that you didn't really get into it too much with the age that you are. A fun fact about this game, though, which I kind of liked, I always like indie games and getting their prospective players involved. Did you know that in this game, an aspect of this game is putting graffiti on walls? So before this game was released, they actually did a graffiti like battle for the fans, right? Yeah, they did. They did this whole thing where they got like 300 good graffiti artists or just up and coming graffiti artists and asked them all to make tags. And then you voted on who would get through, and then the last I think like 50 or 100 tags made it into the game. So all those artists so all the tags and graffiti, most of them are all fans and just actual artists' versions of tags, which is kind of cool.
No way, that's so cool. I was going to make a joke about vandalism. I'm not going to anymore.
Well, it is still vandalism. And I must admit, this is the first time I had to really, really work out how to spell graffiti, because I was like, Graffitti? Just T-I? Oh, I now, just due to this game review, know how to spell graffiti. I never did
Nice. Before. Which is the whole point of Critical Arcade.
Exactly, the whole point. Increasing your vocabulary. But I love the idea when those things come in and they get people involved. And can you just imagine being them and they play the game and then you get to unlock the one you designed? That must be such a warm, fuzzy feeling for each one of them.
It must cool. be. And I've really like that this isn't just designs made by a designer on a computer. No, these were actual graffiti artists who know how the art form works and how to really make these pieces of art on street walls look like graffiti.
Yeah, like they really pop and they have that style and the urbanness and stuff like that to it.
Yes,
right?
because there is a very specific style when you think about graffiti.
Mm-hmm. Like you said, it's got a vandalism aspect to it. It's like not a legal art, but you know what I mean. It's kind of like taboo art.
Anti-authoritarian.
Yes, yeah, that's right. I agree. Yeah, exactly. It's against the man and all that, and which is its own genre. It is very cool. There's no doubt. Should we jump into the narrative then? Because
let's.
I was shocked by the narrative of this game. I was ready.
Yes.
I was ready just to think this is going to be one of those like really thin stories where you just need a few bits of story prompts to go on to the next level.
See if you can get a 10 trick combo.
Yes, and then next level's 15. And, these guys don't like you, so see if you can put them in their place because you're better than, that
I totally get what you mean, because in my mind, that's what the Tony Hawk games are. That's all they are. They just drop you in an arena and say, do 10 tricks.
I do have to correct you. There is one game, I can't remember which one it is, that actually has a story which isn't like that, by the way. You're right that I think most of them are just like that, but one of them's got this kind of big storyline where like your best friend betrays you.
Whoa, is that American something?
I don't know which one it is. I have seen the videos and people playing it, and it's genuinely kind of a big narrative thing that happened in Skate that never been done before. But it's supposed to be really like it was a really bad betrayal. Like it was a heart-wrenching stuff. So I agree that a lot of games are funny. Just become the best. And that's it. That's just become the best at being a skater or a snowboarder. You're right.
Yeah,
but this story, not
that's
so
never
much.
grabbed me. It's different in this game.
Agreed.
It's much different, and I appreciate that they were trying to do something instead of just do tricks.
Agreed, and it's one of those things. Again, we've said this before in the past. As you get older, as I am now, I guess getting close to middle-aged, I suppose, and you think to yourself, God, when I was a kid, I would have played hours upon hours of this game. I would have played just like Cool Ballers, SSX Tricky. I played so many hours of it, and as an adult I'm playing these types of games and I'm like, whoa, this is actually not that engaging.
No, it really isn't.
We'll go to gameplay later, but I was thinking, whoa, I know the hours I put into Cool Borders. I know in SSX Tricky I unlocked the Uber boards and the Uber outfits for every character. So I know how many hours I put into this exact type of game. But as a bit of an older...
it's not that much different, and SSX.
Exactly right. And as an older gent now, and you evolve, but your likes, you change.
Mature. You mature.
And I'm like, whoa, this, it's crazy that younger me would have been absolutely obsessed with this type of game.
I think mine would have as well. Probably not on the level as young Dave would be.
No, he was a bit
in the early 1920s. But I don't think I would have. I think I would have loved this then. But you're right. As I've matured, this isn't that engaging.
No. But okay, I get the brief synopsis. It kind of starts out like you'd expect it. You're the big writers, as they call them, in regards to in New Amsterdam, ruled over by the big three: DJ Cyber, Foe, and what's the other guy? Felix, right? They're the big three. They're the big ones you look up to. The ones you're going to kind of knock off their pedestal until you realize you play Foe, which there's a little bit of a giveaway in regards to his name. Do you know what Foe means? It's French.
It's fake.
It's false, but fake, correct, yeah. So there's a little nod to how the story goes there. But I must admit, okay, little spoilers, ladies and gents. That first bit, you get out the thing and you're running away from DJ.
Oh man, that caught me off guard.
And he's got LPs.
He's got vinyls.
Thinking, okay, vinyls, yeah. And I'm thinking, that's a cool design. And then he throws one at you. And I'm like, okay, that's going to hit me. And then, okay, ladies and gents, is it like the spoiler? You get decapitated there and then. Kind of like in a stylish way. But I'm like, whoa.
No, I was shocked. My mouth hung open the moment he threw the vinyl and just completely decapitated my character.
That's right. I was like, oh, okay, now where does the story go? Because that actually had me hook, line, and sinker. I was like, okay, so I lost my head and I fell stories upon stories. Do I not play this character? Was this just the tutorial? And then you find out, no, they just put a robot head on you because that's a thing in New Amsterdam. Cybernetics seems to have been like enhanced and you can change limbs now. And then again with spoiler eyes, and then you've got to go get your head back from DJ Cyber, which is a bit wacky. I like the wackiness. I liked where it was going. And again, I don't want to go too spoilery because the end is kind of like, whoa, no way, and who's that? And this is crazy, and what, they died? And this is a lot for a inline skating, BMXing, skateboard / type grinding game. And it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I thought the story was one of its greatest strengths. You?
I appreciated the story. I did. But I just think this is the type of game where the story isn't essential, right?
No, true.
I think it's just a vehicle to propel the player forward into different areas for gameplay opportunities. That's it. Yeah. I think they tried stuff, but it's like they made the game and then the story.
I get what you mean, because it takes a really long time for the story to actually get to anything good.
Yeah.
Because it reminds me of what's that dancing movie where it's on and all they do is
Step Up.
That's it, Step Up. It's all, this is this crew, and now it's on because our crew is better than your crew, and then it's the next one where it's the same, it's the next one it's the same. You know, there is a lot of just repeating the same like story.
Yes. It's you're not watching Step Up for the story. I can guarantee you.
No, that's very
that
true.
much.
Yeah, you're not. No doubt. I couldn't even tell you what the story of Step Ups are. I've watched them. I just know there's a guy called Moose, and they dance.
Yes,
right?
And he dances.
Yes, that's all I know
about.
about
And Channing
this.
Tatum's in the movie, and guess what he does?
He dances too.
He dances.
And it looks good.
But this one dances better than that one. Oh, and this one, this one's popping and locking.
Yeah,
and this one's trapping.
This one comes from a classical background, but look what they can do now.
Oh look! Here comes the black guy, and he can do the Dougie.
That's crazy. Who knew?
Whoa!
No,
Step up.
And it does have the degree of that story to it. You're right. It is. But my favorite thing was right at the end. It does the most like cyber. Well, I'm gonna get this wrong now. Bomb Rush Cyberfunk thing that could happen.
Yeah.
At the end, when they're all celebrating, they just have a dance party, which is just so.
Of course.
It's such a serious story, and be like, yeah. What do we do now? Oh, let's get everybody together and just like break dance and pop.
Yeah, let's break dance. Yeah,
all
screw the police. Hell yeah.
which is charming in its own right, and then does the whole like I'll catch you next time gadget type ending when they're like, this ain't over. It's got some nice charm to like the old school games.
It's endearing, really.
Oh, and I also read
isn't that just a simpler time?
It is.
when you can fight the man by dancing and skateboarding.
That's exactly right.
That'll show him.
I wish, the man there sweating like, whoa, those dance moves. How am I ever going to replicate them?
No, they've got roller skates.
Right? Yeah, no, and they're in line, not like the old roller. That was an easier time of logic that worked in the world, I swear.
Yeah.
But I love the dance party thing. I actually found out the director of this game was actually a dancer who then wanted to make a game. So a lot of the
he was.
The movement and stuff is actually him doing the whole bodysuit dancing thing.
And it's this big love letter to street culture.
Yes,
the big romanticized version of street culture.
Yes,
not the gangs and the shooting.
No, exactly right. The friendship, the dancing, the body popping, that we all get along because we all love. Yep. That's right. So it's not too bad. Anything else in the story you want to add?
No, I just think it's not the focal point.
Okay, so visuals, I'm guessing, is where you think the focal point is then, right?
No.
I
think the visuals... You know what? This might be one of those cases where the focal points could be where you want it. Not the narrative, but visuals, audio, gameplay. Visuals, definitely, I can see some people would emphasize as the focal point, because this is clearly going for a very specific visual style.
No, definitely. And again, this is straight out of Jet Set Radio again.
It's like that.
It's the 90s, 2000s cell shade, right? Not like the Dragon Ball Z cool cell shading type things now. It's the blocky kind. Like you said, it's hard not to be charmed by it now. But it's kind of because it's got retro is now charming by all accounts in the gaming sphere.
Oh yeah.
So it is. There is a charm to it. With it's just,
you know what,
single colors and stuff like that. Yeah, go on.
I think we spoke about this in our episode for Umurangi Generation. There's this visual style coming up that for the past 5 years that's been taking the place of what pixel art's been occupying for the past 15 years.
Yeah.
Right? In the 90s and late 80s, pixel art or pixel games was the norm. And then all of a sudden, 20 years later, it became nostalgic and people started making it beautiful.
Yeah, no doubt. Very much so. Great
and right after pixel games came low poly games, PlayStation 1 and early PS2. And in the past 5 years, low poly has been making the same nostalgic comeback.
Yeah, that's true. Like you said, you see it, especially in the indie game scene again, right?
Yes. Umurangi Generation,
right?
An upcoming game that I won't spoil that definitely isn't Signalis. These are all low poly.
Yeah, it's hard for me not to have my retro glasses on because it was an era that I played a lot of games. So it's got a ton of charm to it. But I often wonder.
I mean, the Final Fantasy VII was originally low poly.
Yes, that's the first thing that came to my head when you just started talking about low poly. Yes! I can see Cloud's hands, and Barrett's gun, like the squares. It was great.
Yes.
But I often wonder right now, like, we can find the charm in it. If you put that down next to, like, your nieces or cousins or nephews and stuff like that, would they find it charming, or would they put it down and be like, nah, this is boring. That doesn't even look good. I never know. I'm not around young people enough.
No, but there is one massive exception to the rule.
Go on.
We spoke about this earlier. Minecraft.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say Minecraft. And you're right. It really is a massive exception to that rule.
Yeah. Almost to the point where I would say, yes, they would find their appeal, but I know for the life of me they would not find their appeal in those old plotting games.
And the weird contradiction in its things is that I don't like Minecraft's visuals. So I guess I find myself in a very weird place. Minecraft's visuals to me just bore me, which is weird because this game charms me, and so does Final Fantasy VII and other games of its ilk.
Yeah.
So
it's weird how that works.
It is. But I like visually this game was fun. I like the old heads cracked me up a bit. The judging, the skate judging party of old men dressed up like pimps. I thought that was comical. The Flesh Prince also being a fun little nod to Will Smith.
Funny. I had a good chuckle for the Flesh Prince.
My favourite thing is finally it's being put into games, something that I've always done, and I'm just glad to finally see it in games, is that when you're casually standing around or doing anything, you just break dance. Don't you find yourself breakdancing whenever you're hanging around a corner? Right? I'm just glad to see that in game.
Oh yes, spontaneous breakdancing.
You're just casual. You're just waiting for somebody to come see you, and you just start popping and locking and spinning and windmill. I love that every character was just like doing something because they just like, yeah. The vibes here are just so like,
it's immaculate. I can't control my body.
I just thought that was so silly. Every single time you went to someone, they're just like going like doing a 3-step, just ready to like just lay one down.
That's great.
Oh,
that's great.
No, you've come to find out where Keith is. Oh yeah, he's at the laundromat, and it's like, yeah.
You know, it comes across, even visually, comes across like one of those old type of gaming. What am I trying to get at? What are the traits of old games? Is there used to be cities dedicated to one quirky detail.
Yeah, like a theme, right?
Exactly, a theme. And in this case, it would be street culture.
Yes,
so this is a street culture city.
And everything is street culture.
And everything is street culture. The city is about street culture.
Yeah. Everything's a grinding rail. Everything's a dance aspect to it.
Yes, and everyone is.
Every single thing. Yeah, exactly right. No, you're right. Which is cool.
That's just great. I can't think of any other games right now. Ooh, maybe like a racing city. Everyone in the city has a race car, is a racer.
No, yeah, agreed. They've got, and like you said, there are lots that have themes. Be it even if you just call fighting games, you know, the airport for Guile on Street Fighter.
I mean, Pokemon.
Yes, true. Yeah, agreed. Of course,
Pokemon's just animals, but for some reason, in Pokemon games, everyone is obsessed with having and training their Pokemon.
Their whole economy is based on the enslaving of animals. Fundamentally, that's true.
Yes, exactly. It feels like that here, but instead of very dangerous and quirky animals, it's street culture.
No, exactly. It is, and again, that's a very 90s thing where it didn't go too in depth, or 2000s, but it was just about that one theme, and it's throughout this game visually, and again, like we talked about earlier, the graffiti is actually pretty amazing. some of the things are so wacky and clever,
Yes, it's good.
and skulls that are dressed like bombs and weird green multi-armed maze hands and
It's
you
great.
unlock
It's
more and more,
creative.
and you're just always like, whoa, that's actually really cool. How do some people's minds have that in it? If you know what I mean, it's always crazy to me.
The creativity is definitely apparent in this game.
And of course, I like that most games you can change your outfits, you can change different skateboards, the stylings of it, and all graffiti types. So there's a lot there to like play with and get your own style and stuff like that if you want to. And you got different characters, so you can play the girl, you can play the guy, you can play the weird robot guy with wings. Can't remember his name. He's a weird guy.
Red?
I can't remember. You know me, robot guy with wings, girl with blonde hair, dreadlocks dude. They've all just got descriptions and foe. And DJ Cyber. I did remember him because he was cool.
DJ Cyber was cool.
The only thing visually that bugged me about this, I told you I initially played it on the PC and then I went to the PlayStation because I didn't know it was on the PlayStation Store for free with the subscription. There are some cutscenes you can skip and some you can't.
Oh, I didn't even notice
and that's
that.
really, now granted, when I played some, I was trying to get back to where I was, really frustrating. I was like, damn, I can't, this is 2023, skippable screens, I can't think of the words, cutscenes are supposed to be canon now. So I'm waiting there going, I know we've got to take on the all crew.
Kojima's even taken it a step further.
Yes, I love that, by the way.
If you pause in a cutscene in Death Stranding 2, there's a bar that tells you how far in the cutscene you are.
Oh, I love it. Again, so going back to Death Stranding, I skip practically everything. Not the story elements.
No!
Oh, I don't need to have like half a second to go shower. I don't need to wait for the lift animation to finish.
Cutscenes.
I don't miss the cutscenes.
I skip those as well.
Yeah, I just don't have time for those little animations. They're very neat and very nicely done, but nope. X button holding all the way in. Nice.
As long as you don't skip Doll Man dancing.
I'm not a fan of Doll Man. I don't trust him. I don't.
Oh, right, you don't trust Doll Man. We've had this conversation.
I kind of trust Tomorrow. Kinda. It's only because I like Elle. Is it Elle Fanning?
Elle Fanning.
I like her character. But anyway, visually this game is very nostalgic.
2000 superstar Dakota Fanning.
Yes. Is she? Yes. Is her sister in anything else? I'm kind of out of touch.
Who? Elle Fanning?
Yeah. I really don't know. I know Dakota because she's kind of coming close to our age. I know Fanning. I know she looks like a sister. I don't know anything else she's in.
What do you mean? Yes,
you know
she's
anything?
in. I don't know. You're the movie guy.
Yeah, old 80s, 90s movies. The only recent movie I've watched is the Minecraft movie, unfortunately. Is she an actor? She's kind of got an actor with some gravitas and stuff now, is she?
Elle Fanning, yes.
Yeah. Oh,
She's
I did
an
not
actress.
know that. She was good in... Again, we keep bouncing back to Death Stranding. She's good in Death Stranding. Death Stranding is a good game. You should go play it.
She's good in Death Stranding.
Anything else visually you liked about this game?
I might... this really took me back to when I looked at PlayStation 2 games and how PlayStation 2 games looked. I think this nailed it. I think this nailed the visual art style of the early 2000s. The menus.
Yes, no, agreed. The menus were very old school and kind of like limited, which is kind of a nod to the era again.
But yeah,
okay, so
that's it for visuals.
Yeah, so if it wasn't the visuals you thought was the real thing, was it the audio? What really stood out to you?
To me,
being audio man, that is.
It was the audio.
What about it, out of curiosity?
The soundtrack. I think it was the soundtrack that really caught my attention for Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. I'd rank this the highest from all the different segments we're talking about: narrative, visuals, audio, gameplay, performance, value for money. Audio is my number one for this game.
Yeah, see, this is where we don't often.
It's fine. It's fine. We don't need to agree.
There was obvious things that were cool. There was one thing that just grates me. It's not just this game that does it though, but it does grate me. But anyway, tell me the good parts then that you enjoyed. Like, is it just the themes again in regards to the music that's being played all the time?
I wouldn't necessarily say it's the themes of the songs more than just the songs themselves. right? We've spoken a lot about how this game kind of romanticizes street culture and gives this idea that this is something to be sought after. And besides the visual style of the early 2000s and the setting, the music is one of the main proprietors of that entire feeling.
Yeah, no, right? Agreed.
And it's not, and it's the songs themselves. By just listening to them, you start thinking, whoa, this is making me want to break dance.
Yes, even in your late 30s, I'm like, I could knock one out. Right?
Yes, exactly.
Agreed.
I think my only criticism would be that the same songs loop over and over, and it's not really that much of a criticism because it's good songs, because they're great.
And you're concentrating on trying to combo up and do your kick flips and stuff like that in time, so it's not really your focus, right?
No, but it keeps you going. Much like the visuals of Umurangi Generation, the music kind of reminds me of Umurangi Generation as well. Although, if I had to choose, I would choose Umurangi Generation's soundtrack above this one.
Really? You know, again, this is me. I can't even remember the soundtrack to Umurangi Generation that well. But then that makes you the audio man by all accounts. That's why I don't have that mantle.
That's just my personal opinion. That's just that's subjective.
Yeah,
which is why this is so great. Everyone's opinion counts.
And of course, you must have read about the composer that helped do some of the soundtracks on this game, right?
I did. I can't remember his name.
I've got his name written down. I'm going to say it wrong. Hideki Nagunuma? Something like that.
How to say that.
I apologize if I said it wrong, Mr.
Hideki Nomanuma.
That sounds better.
Hideki.
One of the composers for, as one game we've mentioned a number of times in this episode, of Jet Set Radio. So,
isn't that just so cool?
It's great that they thought
20 years later, after this game you made, a spiritual successor gets made, and you get to do part of the soundtrack for that as well.
But I do love the idea that they had the game, they sent an email or a DM or something like that to him, and they said, would you mind? And then he also says, yeah, sure I will. I love the idea that they were just open to collaboration and it seemed to work out. Because again, this is a studio that just had one other game under its name, a fairly decent one. And the idea of just, like you said, the respect of saying, we'd really love your work in our one. And him saying, sure, I'll help out. That's
just cool. That's just cool. Some people still get the fun or the spirit behind video games and the creation of video games.
Yeah, and remember this is Dutch and Japanese, right? I'm guessing.
Yes, come on.
So it's like that boundary as well.
Yes, it's like the entire story of Sandfall Interactive and how they came together to make Clair Obscur.
Yeah, it's always
incredible.
It is lovely to see those little things happening, especially in the hobby that we all love. Yeah. These stories are kind of keeps you enamored with the indie game scene.
Yeah, and where we're constantly reminded how executives and suits are just killing creativity by throwing millions of dollars at the wall.
Yeah, no doubt. It is a crazy thing that people don't listen to their hearts or whatever the soft words want to talk about it.
Yeah, so stories like this really gets me going.
No doubt. The one thing about the audio I cannot... It's not this isn't the only game that does it. Lots of Japanese games do this, and I don't like it. You know when you get like a scene with the guy, and he goes, "Hey," and then that's the only line, and it's like the first audio is the "Hey."
Yo dog.
Then you got to read it, and yo dog, and then you got to read it, and it's the same like beginning word every time you speak to someone.
Yes.
I don't like that. I'd prefer personally, if it's no audio, just give me the text. I'm getting the vibe. But if it's audio, I want it voice. I want it for
there has to be some audio. Would you prefer the "hey" at the start of a line, or would you prefer the text going
I don't
as
know.
the characters are appearing?
Again, I kind of like the latter.
Oh no!
But then maybe I'm just too old school. I don't like the continuous, because for some reason my mind forgets that this isn't voice acted, and then it will go, no way, and then that's the only word that comes up. It always kind of peeves me that it's like, whoa, gnarly, and at these single words.
Yeah.
And I can almost see the script, like, for the voice actors, whoever did it.
Yes.
And it was like just
that
an A4 page of words, just like single words.
98% of all Danganronpa games.
Yes, they do the same thing, exactly. And that bugs me ever so slightly. I know there are so many Danganronpa and so many JRPGs do the same thing, especially recently. Yes. And I know it just peeves me a little bit. But that's a personal preference.
I get it.
Anything else about the audio you'd like to add?
No.
Okay, so gameplay is when you found yourself fully enamored in this game, right?
Oh, gameplay. So this is the one that I think most people plays this game for. Gameplay is the reason most people play games for. But this one specifically, we don't have Jet Set Radio-like games.
No, not in a long time. I agree.
So this one is like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater with a jetpack.
Yes, it's precisely the same thing. The whole combo, multiplying, never falling down, never stopping a trick type momentum thing, right?
And it's quite unique. But like I said earlier, those types of games have never been for me, and unfortunately, neither was this one. This did not gel with me.
I don't know if it's because we're getting older. I told you the same thing. SSX Tricky, same type of game. I played some I borrowed from Blockbuster Videos, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, or whatever, 1, 2, and 3. And they're coming back, aren't they? They're being remastered and stuff like that. So there's obviously
Tony Hawk's Pro
market.
Skater 3 and 4 got released like a week or two ago.
Yeah, so there's a big market for it, which again, I'm just like you. I'm playing this game. I'm knocking out a manual or a grind or a 360 kickflip or whatever the hell the terms
kickflip.
And I'm going, this is kind of like chore, like, and I don't know if it's just the old boomer in me or like I couldn't get into the gameplay to grab me to say,
Same.
oh yeah, I gotta.
Same.
I'll admit the first gang took me quite a while to beat. I was like, yeah, they're like, you've got the team. I think, what am I doing all the work? Is my team not doing any points? Because I'm like 3 or 4 times I just failed. And then I realized you get more points if you do the graffiti whilst doing all the tricks and stuff like that. And then I was like, oh, okay, maybe I missed something. I didn't read it or something. But I agree, a lot of the time, like, it was kind of like, oh, okay, another section to do this and another, make sure I don't touch the ground and stop my momentum or my multiplier goes to nothing and then I don't get anything. But it is kind of good in its own right. If that's what you want, it does it well.
That's the thing, though. If this gameplay loop is for you, you can get hours upon hours out of the gameplay for this. What we're saying is this gameplay loop isn't for us.
No.
Not that this isn't a bad gameplay loop. This just isn't for us. And I think you're right. I think that we just might have outgrown this type of gameplay. Not that it is for youngins.
Not at all.
It's just, I don't know. It's just, I never used to get Tony Hawk games either. I just didn't.
Yeah, I was as a kid, definitely. And it's got that. This game's got a ton of those other things that made Tony Hawk's game so good. You know, if you get to the top of the building and you do the grail, and then you'll unlock a musical track or a special bit of graffiti or a new skateboard or equipment. So there's kind of a degree of that exploration type skill ceiling thing in regards to doing things, which is kind of a good knockback to like the 2000s again, right?
And I totally get the fantasy of skateboarding to the top of a building.
Yes.
And just skateboarding across the city, the city belongs to me and my
there is I'm the king of the world type things.
I get that fantasy, I do.
Yeah.
And in this case, it's very stylized.
Yes.
You have a jetpack and a robot face. I get it, but that doesn't take from the fact that I couldn't get into the gameplay, and I tried.
But there was also, again, gameplay-wise, there's some really weak parts of it. And the combat was just...
The combat wasn't great.
It was, I get it, okay, it's fun and stuff, and the combat moves are kind of all dance moves, so it's all backflips and windmills and cool, like, yeah, I can dance fight type feeling to it. But it was...
That spinny kick breakdance move.
And you just spam the same attack each time, and you can't... Could you lock on to bad guys? Did I miss that part?
I didn't lock on.
So it was kind of... lock on. It was haphazard. You had to jump in the air to knock the jet guy down, and then he'd fall down, then you get a couple kicks, and then you'd do the same thing again and again. The second fight was kind of cool. I liked you had to graffiti like the spaceship he was flying in so you could see. I thought that was inventive.
I liked. You could do that, and then you could also just spray your can in the face of the police.
Yes, right.
So they would kind of stagger a bit, and then you could actually see which ones you spray painted.
Yes, that was kind of cool. That's true. That was kind of cool. But again, that's a visual thing. But the fighting itself was boring. It was the worst part. You go, oh, boss fight, yay, because it's just not. Like fleshed out. It's not neat. It's not tidy like the grinding, the wall skating side of things in the game.
I don't get you. Was it there to break up the gameplay, to vary gameplay?
I think it probably was. It was to add a degree of, and kind of add to the story that you're fighting against the police and there's someone hunting you down.
Okay,
and,
I get it. Do you think this game would be better off without the fighting?
Yes, 100%. I would have said this pacing wise would have been better just doing the gang rival dance systems, then hitting you with the end like story twist.
Would it not feel monotone if you're just on your board tricking all the time?
Well, by all accounts, that is what the 2000 games were. But I agree.
That's a very good point.
As a person who does like narrative and stuff like that, I do like gameplay changes. But I found this gameplay change it was worse. And I found the phone was the most annoying phone.
That's very annoying.
I guess I'm too used to the format of newer games where you just press 0 to exit or something like that when you got the phone up. But the to press the phone and then to press right to get the messages, then you got to press down to read the messages, then press left to switch off the phone was really, again, maybe I'm an old man and I should stop complaining, but I just thought it was really un-UI friendly. There wasn't anything cool like...
Yeah, it's unintuitive. It is a bit unintuitive. I got the same as well. I would finish with my phone, I'd press circle, and then I'd continue on with my day, and I wouldn't be able to do any tricks.
Yeah, it was annoying.
Why isn't this working? Please let me just graffiti.
Yeah, you could argue it's a nod at the 2000s again, because we didn't have that. But it's
probably
annoying.
But I mean, what I would like in my games is quality of life improvements.
Yes,
that's
agreed,
not quality of life.
2023, you're supposed to slip them in to the older games that you kind of make the stylistically, so that you can have the good and then the other good. So you make a nice, good, all-rounded
2023
game.
Was a comeback for one of the oldest video game franchises.
Being?
Baldur's Gate.
Oh, damn. Was that 2023?
That was 2023.
God, that's crazy.
And I mean, because of all the insanely...
Oh, hell yeah.
Cool quality of life updates.
Yep. Continuous, yep. I don't.
Yeah, it's just so much better than what it could have been.
But like we said, maybe we're getting too old. Maybe this isn't our type of game. But if you're Tony Hawk's, SSX Tricky, other games that I'm sure exist, I can't remember the name of, the whole thrill of combining combos, doing gnarly tricks, getting higher and higher into the sky and tagging things which would be near impossible to tag in real life. It does have that all in there, right?
On your BMX.
Which one did you choose? BMX, skateboard, or roller skates?
Skateboard.
Yeah, same. And maybe it's just that we're kind of trying to unlock that Tony Hawk magic. I also did skateboard because I know it's what you do,
Could
right?
Absolutely be that.
Yeah. Anything else gameplay you want to
add? No.
Okay, so performance, any problems?
Yeah. No, of course not.
No, same. No,
this is essentially just a PlayStation 2.
Yeah, how could it have
game cell shaded?
Yeah, it's not gonna lag. It's not gonna have a frame issue. It's a little too simple for that. But that's a good thing. Performance-wise, scored well.
And it's optimized well enough.
Yeah.
I have heard though that the Switch version has a lot of issues.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Switch and like third-party games always seem to have a bit of a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, I take it lagging or draw distances or something along those lines, right? On the Switch games.
It could be. Yeah, it could be both of those.
Yeah.
Which is weird because this. I wouldn't be surprised if this ran on an actual PlayStation 2.
Oh, agreed. There were lots of PlayStation 2 games that were almost graphically the same as this. Again, I don't know enough about the Nintendo architecture and stuff like that. It seemed to be a big problem in regards to just games running on it. I don't know why.
Really?
But at least that's something. Don't buy the Switch version if you are thinking of grabbing it.
No. In fact, speaking of, don't buy any version if it's $40.
Yes! I was shocked by the same thing. $40.
Oh, that's the same amount as Helldivers 2.
It's just an insane. It's just a dumb amount. Now I've written down on Steam and Xbox it's $20, but that's only because it's on sale.
Yes,
Nintendo and PlayStation it had it at $40. Still $40.
That is, if I can put it into context, the same as Helldivers 2 and only $10 cheaper. $10 cheaper than Mafia: The Old Country, a big title releasing in a couple of weeks. Yes, there's a $10 difference between this and that.
I don't get that. I don't understand. It's got 2 years on it. This is when you start, like, business-wise, you knock it down a bit, get it in those bargain bins, get as much money.
When this first released, if it was new.
Yes. New, okay, $40. Yeah, we all know.
No, I wouldn't even charge $40 for this if it was brand new.
But you can understand the market that you price it high at the beginning,
yes,
lower it to what it should be, and then bargain bin at the end, fundamentally, or free.
Yes, yes,
right?
That strategy I get entirely. Yeah. But even pricing this at release, $40.
$40 is a lot of money for a game. If you were good at this game and knew what you're doing, wouldn't actually be that long.
No.
Maybe a push for like 10 hours, maybe.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think it's not a lot there. Right? Yeah. If you knew what you're doing, and let's face it, I didn't to some degree. I was fairly average at the game.
Yeah.
$40. I actually checked to see if it was just Nintendo being Nintendo. You know how they love to sell things at Prime and never change their prices.
Yes.
And then I went on PlayStation Network and it was the same price, and I was like, whoa, that's balmy. And it's not. I'm guessing you are saying the same thread. It's not worth $40. $20? Would you be happy with the $20 mark?
$20. That's much better. This game is 10 hours if you play the story.
Yeah.
Obviously you can collect all the collectibles,
yeah,
but that's 10 hours of the same gameplay.
Yeah. It's hard to I don't know. Again, we've said this before. Are we just spoiled with the games we have now, having so like
I don't know if
complexity
it's spoiled.
and narratives?
Maybe we've just outgrown this.
Yeah, could be
genre, or never got into it in the first place. In my case.
Yeah, I never know. It's because we love games. We love games of all sorts. Yeah. But we like I said on this channel, we're very much honest, and we won't pretend to be like this game's bad. If we don't like that genre, we'll say that that's how we're viewing it in regards to this review, right?
Yes, please don't take this as we're saying this is a bad game. This is not a bad game.
No, just don't buy it for $40.
Don't buy it for $40.
I love indie scene.
Don't do that. Don't be dumb.
Support indie scene. Just don't be ripped off by the indie scene, fundamentally. It's kind of we're all trying to survive out there. By all means, it isn't worth $40. Doesn't matter whose money it is.
It's a unique game. If this is your jam, you'll get your money's worth, right? If you enjoy this gameplay loop, tons of people enjoy this gameplay loop. If you're one of those people, you'll get more than 10 hours worth of enjoyment out of this. Absolutely. What we're saying is this isn't our jam. This is a different person's jam.
Sorry, I'm just picturing jars of jam now. I don't know why I've got, that's jam, and this is someone else's jam. Ooh. Anyway, so what did we score this bad boy then?
Our scores for Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. Let's see here. Got locked up for good. It got caught. Unfortunately, though, or fortunately, they tried to make an escape. And they actually did make an escape up until the point where they reached the wall and got decapitated.
Nice.
By the lettergrade rating of C.
I like that because you could have all the letters. C looks like it could decapitate you. So, like that,
Whoa,
that,
yes.
that was nice. Like, of all the letters, that looks like that's one of the deadly ones, I'd say. Yeah, it's a C game. Again, we say it, as we just said, it's under the contention that we're not a huge fan of these types of games. Easily an A for someone, easily an F for someone else. This game is not a bad version of what it is. Just not our type of our type of fun, so to speak. So not a bad score, really. Just
not at all.
I'd say if that's your thing, try it out. It's on the PlayStation subscription right now. It's on Steam for $20 if you manage to get it in the same window we released this episode. Give it a try.
Maybe just go watch a video of it because the visual style's cool, the music's great, and that's it.
The gameplay is a bit of a snore fest. I'm not gonna lie, it is a bit of a snore fest.
Yeah, 20 years ago it would have been great, which is funny because this is heavily a PS2 game in essence.
Yes. It is kind of weird. Like, the market's a strange place, right? Somebody had to do market research to think, well, this is going to make bundles of money because it's like a 2000s game.
Oh, you know what? Maybe we've just been brainwashed. Maybe they didn't think about money. Maybe they just thought about, I'd like to make a game that I used to play when I was a kid.
Yeah, I like that version of things better. That somebody just wanted to make something that they would have loved playing, right? I like that version better. Let's go with that one.
I miss Jet Set Radio. Let's make our own.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I can't wait because, ladies and gentlemen, we got Parappa the Rapper coming up soon. I so want to see what Nick thinks of that game and see if the nostalgic goggles kind of hold up for that one because I know what that game's like. He has no clue what that game's like.
No idea. I've never played Parappa the Rapper.
And I think
speaking of,
go on.
Speaking of, let's fast forward to that part. Thanks for listening. Rate and review. Subscribe. Dave, where can we follow you?
You can follow me out and about, but because I was so inspired by this game, I will continuously make you just breakdance, pop, just when you're standing around, when you're trying to sleep, you're still gonna be doing it. You're gonna be doing windmills, and I'm trying to sound trendy, like I know like breakdancing terms, but step up. I'm gonna have you step up all the time, and it's gonna be on, as the youngsters say, and you're just going to continuously breakdance, even if you're no good at it, even if you haven't slept, even if you got 6 kids or something, your perpetual life will just be breakdancing. Your shoes will fall off, your ankles will splinter. It's kind of like, if you think about it, it's kind of dark, just continuously being made to breakdance. That's what will happen.
So Parappa the Rapper.
Yeah. It's funny. I can see the scenes. You see, I can flashing before my eyes, the scenes in Parappa the Rapper, and I can't wait for that episode. But that isn't next week's episode.
After we wrap up this episode, I'm gonna start playing Parappa the Rapper, and I don't know what I'm in for. I've no idea.
Really don't. I don't think anyone does. No one knows what they're in for in that game. I do.
That's hilarious.
Because I rented it from Blockbuster Videos about 20-something years ago.
Ooh,
and
so this is going to be a trip down memory lane for you.
Oh, it's going to be massive. I haven't played this in a long time. A very, very long time.
Hell yeah.
But that's not next week's game, though, is it?
It is. No, it's not. Damn it, it's not. Oh, it's not.
It's not. Next week's game is, again, it's one that we've kind of been long overdue to do. It's a favourite of everyone's in the PlayStation 1 era. It's Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Yes.
Which is very popular. I know it's one of the big ones that people love of the Castlevania franchise. Again, I think you have a history in playing these games. I don't.
I do.
So it's going to be a fun look back on a game that everybody loves. Join us for that episode.
And we'll see you next week for that. Cheers.
Cheers.